Well, hello everyone. This is Lawrence. I haven't made a video in a while because I took a trip to Chattanooga, Tennessee. I was invited there by two really close dear friends. They located to Chattanooga maybe about 2 years ago, and they absolutely love it. So they invited me to their place for almost 2.5 weeks. They were very generous with their time, and they took me all over to see all the sites, the historical sites, all the scenic beauty of that state, the mountains, and the shopping areas, and historical landmarks. And we also went to Knoxville and then way up into the mountains, the Smoky Mountains, and it was quite a whirlwind. And I'm back now. And while I was away, the new album by the Rolling Stones came out, Hackney Diamonds. There you go. And I'm a lifetime Rolling Stones fan. I became a fan when I was about 15 years old. So I own every album, everything. And so the album came out while I was away, and my friend who invited me to Chattanooga is also a big music fan. That's how we became friends. That's how we hooked up. And he has a nice, really nice vinyl room. So we went to an independent record store that's owned by a friend of his, and it's called Furniture and Records. Okay, and it's in again Chattanooga. It's an independent record store, and we both picked up the copy of the album and took it back and listened to it in its entirety, and we rated each song, and both of us gave it a very high rating. Each song we rated from 1 to 10, and most all of my ratings were like 9.5, a few 10, 9.0 in that range. The lowest one of the songs got was 8. So, and my friend also rated the album, and he rated along the same score lines as I did, and we love it. So I would like to do a video, review video of the album, which there are a lot of them posted on the internet. But this video is just an opening of the album, although I've already seen the inside of it because my friend opened his. But I wanted to do this opening video. As far as the review go, bottom line, it's the classic Rolling Stones sound. It's almost like a classic Rolling Stone album done in the modern age. By the way, I've developed a head cold. Maybe I was doing too much during the trip, and then the drive back, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just getting over a case of laryngitis also, and that was so slow and going away. So I may be a little pale, and I may sneeze a time or two. I got my snot rag here. But let's open up the album. Okay, I've got my trusted pocket knife here. There you go. Put out the blade, and we're going to cut along the edges. I really like the artwork. I've seen reviews where people they don't like this kind of I don't know what style you call this. I'm not much on my knowledge of art, but it looks like computer generated and all that. It would have been nice if they just stuck with a illustration, but I could live with it. I like the concept of a Jagger being split into a glass diamond shaped like a heart, and a female hand at the bottom. Okay, and the Hackney pieces down here, the glass window that the diamond was behind. Okay, we all know that concept. So we're going to take the knife and we're going to cut along the edges here. There it goes. There it goes. A little bit more right here, like that. And we're going to glide the shrink wrap off. This may take a little doing. What I do, because there's a promotional sticker there on the shrink wrap, I want to, since I'm a completist, I save everything. The shrink wrap will be folded up neatly and inserted to the album. There we go. It's gliding off. There we go. Right there. So I'll fold that up. But this was made in the Czech Republic. Pressed and made there. So I'll deal with the shrink wrap later on. I wanted to keep the promotional sticker. So there it is without the shrink wrap. We open it up. The Rolling Stones. That's great. This cover really looks modern. It kind of reminds me of the Paul McCartney album cover called, the album he put out maybe about 6 years ago, called New. Kind of reminds me of that. So it's a gatefold right there. And we'll pull the album out, and my God, there it is. Okay. It has its own jacket right here. And also inside is another inner sleeve with all the credits, the tongue that's kind of like a diamond that's been hacked to pieces, and not much to really say here to show that much. This side has all the credits. The Rolling Stones is like 3 members now: Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, and Ronnie Wood. Steve Jordan is credited on playing drums, and various other people, and a producer named Andrew Watt produced the album, and he's been given like 3 songwriting credits, which is very, very unusual. Mick and Keith are always tight on that and wouldn't even credit Mick Taylor for 2 songs that he wrote. Here it has the list of all the songs and who plays on them. The only thing I was a bit disappointed, and of course, you heard, Lady Gaga's on it and Paul McCartney, but Elton John is on a track called, plays piano on a track called Get Close. I can't even hear him. I don't know why he's so buried into the mix that I can't hear him. But on the another track he plays on, Live by the Sword, you can hear him better, but it could have been brought more forward into that mix. Maybe a little quick piano solo by Elton John, come in quickly and out quickly would have been nice, but you could definitely hear him on Live by the Sword. Charlie Watts is on 2 tracks, Mess It Up and Live by the Sword, and Bill Wyman, I think it's I think it's Live by the Sword. Yeah, Bill Wyman plays bass, so a return of Bill Wyman. Don Juan was involved with the recording produce of Live by the Sword, but it's mostly Andrew Watts. Design, art direction, Studio Fury, illustration, Paulina, Almira. And it doesn't have the lyrics. It doesn't have the lyrics. And the vinyl, you can get this in all kinds of configurations, but I just got the basic black. I've always just been like black. I'm not into the colors and the artworks and all that. As long as the vinyl plays, it's good quality pressing and it plays nicely. Uh, I've heard this album on YouTube when I was away on my trip. The few minutes after midnight, it on the release date to 24th, it was all the tracks were available on YouTube. And that night, I listened to on my phone, okay, and so that's how I listened to the album for the first few days, and then we got the album at my friend's place and listened to it that way. And finally, last night, I listened to it again, this time on headphones to the YouTube way of listening to it, or the all the songs on YouTube. But finally, I'll get to listen to it on my really, really, really high-end stereo system. Okay. One other thing. Let me put this down so it doesn't get damaged. When I purchased the album, of course, you know, independent record store, you're always looking through the bins, seeing what they have. And they had the last Bruce Springsteen album with the E Street Band called Letter to You. And I got Western Stars, which I absolutely love, the solo album. But Springsteen teamed up with his the E Street Band and did this album, which got rave review. This came out in 2020, and I have listened to a few tracks, but it was a fairly expensive item, you know, like $35, $40, and Hackney Diamonds was $35, but heck, it's the Stones, you know, and 180 gram vinyl, new vinyl is very expensive, but they had this one for $20, and it says partially sealed. That means it had some openings along the lines there, some places, but it's basically sealed. So I got this the Springsteen's Letter to You album. Like I said, I already had Western Stars, which I love. So I'm going to do a separate opening on this one later on. So with that, I'm going to listen to Hackney Diamond. Oh, one other thing. When I was in Chattanooga, there's this place called McKay's. It's a gigantic size of a Walmart media store where they sell books, DVDs, Blu-rays, albums, CDs, musical equipment, and audio equipment, and it's just wow. And I brought a number of items from there, which I may just do a separate video to show that all off. And I will be doing videos in the coming month of all the CDs I purchased at thrift stores, continuing that series. So thank you so much for watching, and big shout out to my two friends who invited me to Chattanooga, showed me a wonderful time. They cooked me some great meals and were excellent tour guides. So, and if you do Facebook, Lawrence Lucas, send me a request, and because I'll be showing a lot of the pictures of the Chattanooga trip. Thank you so much for watching, and be looking out for my other videos. Take care. Bye-bye.